We need to talk about conversations. They're getting worse and worse, especially in politics and social media. Why is that? And what can be done about it? Because if we can't even have a conversation, everything in our world starts to break down. Like the game in our last video, a conversation illustrates our first rule of life, that the world is an ecology of private and shared purposes. In a game, the player's private purpose is to win, so they compete. That's the point of the game. But they can't do that without sharing and cooperating. They share the venue and they agree on the rules. A conversation works the same way. Like the game, the conversation is a joint project created by private individuals which becomes its own entity, a mini world with its own principles of operation. And when those principles are violated, things go wrong. This famous conversation went horribly wrong. But why? Because it violated our second rule of life. Its private purposes undermined its shared ones. That's because the conversation was never conducted as a shared project. Kathy and Jordan obeyed the formal rules of conversation. They were polite, they took turns. Those rules help promote a fair exchange of views so people can understand each other. But unlike a game which has formal rules and can be governed by an umpire, a conversation is governed by improvised, tacit agreement between the parties. Kathy's private objective is to be seen as hard-hitting in testing Jordan's controversial views, but it eclipses her duty to the shared goal of a conversation, which is to promote better understanding between the parties. To tackle Jordan at his weakest points, she misrepresents his views. And if it's just a heated misunderstanding, it's not much of a conversation.
And
So
that you
you're
can
saying
rely on.
women have some sort of duty to sort of help fix the crisis of masculinity.
For
You're
mulch-
saying that women aren't intelligent enough to run these top companies?
No,
Today, most public conversations aren't genuine discussions. They're exchanges between professional advocates with predetermined positions. They're stage managed to harvest your attention and sell it to advertisers. And it's easier to persuade you or get your attention by pressing your buttons and stoking your resentments than by helping you understand others. These techniques are now metastasizing all around us. But they've also been with us for eons. In our next video, we'll show how our justice system is dominated by the same kind of strategic misunderstanding as Jordan and Kathy's conversation, and how it's helped to deliver justice for the rich and powerful, with the rest of us barely getting a look in.